You are doing keto. You are skipping bread. You are watching carbs like a hawk. Your ketones look great, and the scale will not move. Worse, your hunger feels random. You can crush a clean dinner, then somehow you are hunting for just a little something an hour later. Those tiny bites feel harmless, even smart, because they are keto, but they can quietly stop fat loss cold. This is rarely a willpower problem. Moving to slide 2. If you think you are failing because you are weak, you are aiming at the wrong target. Snack habits are engineered. Your kitchen layout, your phone breaks, your drive home, and that one chair you always sit in, they all act like a trigger. Stress adds fuel because your brain wants quick relief, not a long-term plan. Then routine takes over. You open the fridge without deciding to. You take a bite while you are cooking. You grab something during just one more email. Keto can make this feel falsely safe because the food is allowed, so the guard drops. Fixing this starts with seeing the pattern as a cue-driven reflex, not a character flaw. That is where the calorie leak hides. Moving to slide 3. Most bites never get counted. You remember meals, you forget the tasting, the nibble of cheese, the spoon of nut butter, the last few nuts from the bag. Keto foods are often calorie-dense, especially fats, so small volumes add up fast. And portions grow quietly. A handful becomes 2. A thin slice becomes a thicker cut. You are not cheating. You are just leaking energy all day in a way that is hard to notice, so your deficit disappears. The scale does not care that it was untracked. If you want the stall to break, you have to audit the foods that feel too small to matter, especially the classic keto snack lineup. Moving to slide 4. Start with nuts. A measured ounce is small. Most handfuls are 2 to 3 ounces, and that is a big calorie hit with almost no satiety if you eat them distracted. Cheese is the same trap. 1 or 2 slices can fit your plan. Standing at the fridge turning it into a few bites can double that before you notice. Fat bombs are basically calorie bricks. They are easy to justify because they are low carb, but they stack on top of meals instead of replacing them. Nut butter is even sneakier. 1 tablespoon becomes 2. 2 becomes a heaping spoon. If you eat it from the jar, assume you are overserving. Even jerky can bite you. Some brands add sugar or starch, and it is easy to keep chewing because it is salty and high protein. You do not need to ban these foods. You need boundaries. Put snacks on a plate, pre-portion them, and decide the time you eat them before you start. Keto works best when your food is deliberate, not continuous. And yes, hormones still respond to that pattern. Moving to slide 5. Carbs are not the only thing that influences insulin. Protein can raise insulin too, especially in larger doses, and frequent eating repeats that signal again and again. That matters because insulin helps limit fat release from your fat cells. It does not need to be high to slow things down. If you are taking in bites every hour, you are repeatedly telling your body there is incoming fuel, so stored fat stays less available. Add fat-heavy snacks on top, and you get a double problem. You bring in a lot of energy, and you also spend more of the day in a fed state. That is when loss gets inconsistent. If your keto results feel random, tighten the eating window, make snacks planned or rare, and keep protein portions consistent instead of constant. High ketones can still mislead you if the pattern keeps your fuel tank topped off. Moving to slide 6. Ketones can be real and still be misleading. Seeing ketones on a strip or on a meter only tells you that your body is making and using ketones. It does not tell you you are in a calorie deficit. You can be in ketosis and still gain fat if your energy intake stays higher than what you burn. Keto makes it easy to unintentionally overeat because many keto foods are dense. Cheese, nuts, nut butters, oils, creamy sauces, and fat bombs can pack hundreds of calories into a few bites. And because fat is not very filling per calorie for many people, you can keep eating past comfort without noticing. Urine strips add another layer of confusion. Early on, they often read higher because you are spilling extra ketones. Later, they often fade even when ketosis is solid because you are using ketones more efficiently and excreting less. The number can soothe you while your intake quietly creeps up. Ketones are a tool, not a scoreboard. Your results still come from what you eat. Moving to slide 7. Here's where the appetite whiplash hits. A full meal with protein and whole foods usually brings a clear stop signal. But keto snacks are engineered to slide past that. Crunch, salt, and intense flavor push you to keep going even after you are technically not hungry. Sweet and salty combinations are especially tricky. They can make your brain treat the snack like an event, not like food. You finish it, and hunger comes back sooner. Not because you need fuel, but because the eating loop got restarted. If your meals suddenly feel less satisfying, look at what you are snacking on between them. The pattern is often the problem, not your willpower. When the snacks stay hyperpalatable, cravings stay close. Moving to slide 8. Sweeteners can keep the loop running even when carbs are low. The sweet taste itself can prime reward and expectation, so your brain stays in dessert mode. That makes snacking feel normal, and stopping at one feel weird. For some people, sweeteners also make hunger louder later, not because they contain sugar, but because they keep the sweet-seeking pattern active. You end up wanting another sweet thing, then another, even if each one is technically keto. If you notice that keto treats lead to more thoughts about food, try a simple experiment. Cut sweetened foods for a week and see whether cravings quiet down and meals feel more complete. When the dessert pattern fades, control gets easier. Moving to slide 9. Keto snack marketing is built to feel like permission. The first trick is net carbs. It sounds clean, but it depends on fiber types, sugar alcohols, and individual digestion. Some products subtract ingredients that still raise glucose for some people. The second trick is serving size. The label looks friendly because the serving is tiny, and almost nobody eats that amount. Then there are starch fillers hiding under names like tapioca fiber, resistant dextrin, modified starch, or wheat protein blends that behave more like carbs than you expect. Even when carbs stay low, the label can still mask the real issue, which is how much you are eating. If a bar, cookie, or chip product makes you want a second, it is doing its job. Your job is to diagnose what is actually stalling you. Moving to slide 10. Do a 7-day stall diagnosis. Track every snack and count bites and sips that happen outside meals. Write your hunger level before you eat it, the time, and what triggered it. Weigh the foods that tend to slip, like nuts, cheese, and keto treats. Data beats guessing, and it sets you up to draw a clean line with snacks. Moving to slide 11. Set a hard snack rule. You eat meals, not all-day grazing. Keep it to 2 eating windows max, and make every meal protein-anchored so you actually feel done. If you choose snacks, they are planned, portioned, and rare. Otherwise, none. And once dinner is over, the kitchen is closed. This one boundary removes hundreds of tiny decisions and puts you back in control. Moving to slide 12. When an urge hits, run an emergency plan instead of negotiating with yourself. First, drink a full glass of water and wait 10 minutes. If you want something warm, use a salted broth. Then, if you still need food, go protein first, not fat. Think a single-serving Greek yogurt, a measured protein shake, or a couple of boiled eggs. Fatty snack foods are easy to overeat, and they tend to keep you hunting for more. Pre-portion everything before you start eating, and keep it to 1 serving. When you are done, brush your teeth. That hard stop matters. Most cravings are a state problem, not a food problem, and you can solve the state. Moving to slide 13. If you keep failing at night snacking, fix the real trigger. Sleep debt reliably raises appetite and makes you want faster, more rewarding foods. Stress does the same thing, because your brain is chasing quick dopamine. Boredom can feel exactly like hunger, especially when you are parked in front of a screen. Screens also become cues. 1 show equals 1 snack, even if you are not hungry. Pick 1 decompression ritual you can do every day that is not food. A short walk, a shower, 5 minutes of stretching, or 10 pages of a book. Do it at the time you normally start grazing. When your nervous system comes down, the pantry gets quiet. Moving to slide 14. Use a 10-day reset to break the loop. For 10 days, remove the keto treats and the easy-to-overeat snack foods like nuts and cheese. Keep it simple. 3 meals. No between-meal snacking. Prioritize protein and vegetables at each meal, and let everything else be secondary. This is not about being perfect. It is about clearing out the constant reward signals so normal hunger and fullness return. After day 10, reintroduce foods one by one, every couple of days, and watch what flips the switch back on. If one food reignites snacking, that is data, not weakness. Moving to slide 15. Keep progress automatic. Make a short default meals list and rotate it, so dinner is not a daily debate. Put snack foods out of sight or out of the house, because visibility is a trigger. Weigh in weekly only, not daily. Track one metric that actually changes your behavior, like nights per week with no snacks. Subscribe for more practical, biology-based fat loss strategies. Comment your biggest snacking trap so you can name it and beat it. Medical disclaimer. This content is for educational purposes only and is not medical advice. Consult your physician or a qualified healthcare professional before making changes to your diet, exercise, or supplements. Metabolism first. Everything else follows.